Good morning, Captain Josh Phillips, PHI-LLIPS, work with Minnehaha County Sheriff's Department. Just need the public's assistance this morning around 410 near the area of 475th Avenue and Jasper Street in Del Rapids. And reporting party stated that two males were burglarizing his property in that area. He made contact with them, followed them, called 911, and during that process, an individual on the passenger side pulled out a handgun, shot one round in the air. That's when he was advised, the RP was advised to stop following the vehicle. Deputies were in the area. The vehicle continued northbound into Moody County, and we were unable to locate that vehicle at that time. That vehicle is believed to be a 2018 to 2022 white Chevy Silverado, possibly had a red toolbox in the back of it. It does not appear to have any plates on the front or back of the motor vehicle. Again, a white Chevrolet Silverado with possibly a red toolbox in the back. It appears they were burglarizing, taking copper wire. That was a significant amount of copper wire, very expensive. We also believe possibly that this vehicle or these individuals were involved in other burglaries this morning. Not in our jurisdiction. So we're still working on that piece right now. Just received that information here shortly. So if any information from the public, Crime Stoppers of the Sioux Empire is a great tool for us or your local law enforcement agency or our agency, 605-367-7007. Any questions?
Do you know how many people you might be looking for?
It appears to be a driver and a passenger. Two individuals that we know of. Unknown description on those individuals, but some security cameras picked up some good footage, and we're going to review that this morning. But we believe they're involved in this burglary and then possibly other ones outside our jurisdiction.
Was this at a construction site?
Yes. Anything else?
They've been stealing nothing but copper wire, you say?
At this location, a significant amount of heavy-duty copper wire. This stuff is worth a significant amount of money per foot, so that's what they're attempting to get.
And we know that at least one of them is armed with a gun.
Yeah, he believed it to be a handgun. Put the arm out the window, raised the gun out, and then fired off one round.
One round?
We believe.
Shell casings found?
Not at this time. It was a significant speed, so the odds of us finding that casing are highly unlikely.
What was the age of the person following them?
Probably a 40 to 50-year-old male. He was doing the right thing, just calling it in, keeping his distance until they did not want him following any further, and so then that's when the handgun was produced. All right, thank you.
Oops. All right. Not a whole lot that I have on the log. The aggravated assaults, a little bit of everything, some domestic, some threats, really no serious injuries from those. The assaults listed are all domestics. The burglary, we had some garages, apartment garages, and a storage room that were all entered. Nothing big taken. Counterfeiting, one was a fake 50 that was passed at a convenience store. The other was a fake 100 that was passed at a casino. I think both clerks in those cases recognized it, so they're not out anything. People didn't get anything, but they left, so no arrests were made. The disorderly, basically just reports. One of them, somebody threw a chair. The other was just somebody, I guess, causing a pain. Family disputes were all, and offenses were all reports. Fight disturbance, that was a report that was created in error, so no details on that. The frauds, ID thefts, credit cards, a few other lost items. The indecent exposure, that was this morning. I really don't have a whole lot of information on that, but I think it was a guy that was walking around naked outside. They're still working on the reports. The larcenies, a lot of shoplifting, some unlocked cars, other random items that people left and somebody stole, like purses, wallets, cell phones. No big quantities on the narcotics. The robberies, we had a few of those. The first one was Friday afternoon. That was 3 teenagers were in the area at Terrace Park, and they said there was another truck, or a truck drove by. They stopped, a couple of people in the truck. Somebody pointed a gun at the teens and took their cell phones and then left. So not a whole lot of information on that, no injuries. The second was early Saturday morning. That was at a convenience store. The 900 block of South Marion Road. And that one, we had 2 guys entered the casino, or I'm sorry, 2 guys entered the convenience store. One of them had a rifle. They ended up taking cash and then left. The guy with the rifle, the description they gave is a black man, about 5'4", 170 pounds, wearing all black. They said the other guy was also a black man and a little shorter, basically, was all they had. So no arrests on that, no injuries reported. The other, let's see, the next one, that was Saturday evening, and that was a couple of kids that met a guy. Apparently they were chatting with him on social media, and they met him in a park. He ended up threatening him with a gun, took one of their cell phones, but ended up leaving and didn't get anything. We've got some information to follow up on that, but no arrests have been made. And the last one was Sunday afternoon, and that was a person that was pushed, and then somebody took their bicycle. Sex offenses are all reports, no arrests on those. Nothing big from the simple assaults. Vandalisms were cars mostly. There was a couple of buildings that had windows broken, but nothing concentrated in any area. The weapons violation, 2 of them were people that were intoxicated with handguns, and the third was a gunshot that happened. It actually happened late Thursday night, around 11:30 p.m., but our victim was awakened by a loud noise and ended up finding a hole in the wall. It wasn't until Friday evening that she reported it and discovered there was a bullet inside her kitchen. And so the gun had been fired from one apartment. The bullet traveled through the wall. So thankfully, there's no injuries with that. The officers were able to arrest the one person. The gun that was discharged had been reported stolen, so the neighbor was arrested for reckless discharge of a firearm and possession of stolen property. Are there any names on that or any other details? The name? Okay. So that was also, I didn't give you the address, that was the 300 block of South Lowell Avenue is where that took place. And his last name is Welch, W-E-L-C-H. First is Brandon, B-R-A-N-D-O-N. Middle is Keith, K-E-I-T-H. And he's 34 from Sioux Falls.
Sam, on those, the kids that met them at the park and had their phones taken, around about how old were those kids?
The teens in that robbery, we had 2 boys. One was 16, one was 17, and then there was a 17-year-old girl that was with them. Anything else?
Do you have any information last night at 7:20 about the 12th and Duluth head-on crash?
Let's see. Yeah, so right at 720 12th and Duluth, we had one vehicle was going west on 12th Street, and the other vehicle was going south on Duluth. I don't know, let me look here for a second, but he didn't, the other driver that was stopped didn't see any cross traffic, and as he entered the intersection, then was hit by the other car.
Injuries?
Non-life-threatening injuries. So it wasn't a head-on. The front, it was almost a T-bone, but it was the front corners of both cars that were damaged. And I think it was this one. Oh, it doesn't list. Yeah, I don't, it just says multiple people were taken to the hospitals. I don't have a list or a number of how many. Yeah, I don't see that in the accident report either, so. I think,
11:30 on Saturday, there was a car, motorcycle, or pickup motorcycle accident. It reported the 57th and Sundown, or there anything down there?
so that was two different motorcycles were going east on 57th Street, and then we had another vehicle. I think that was a truck that was making a left turn to go south, and then the driver said he didn't see the motorcycles at all, so the vehicle hit both motorcycles. The first one he hit went to the hospital, had non-life-threatening injuries. The second one just had some minor injuries. Anything else? Okay, thanks.